A new war of the ring is coming, and the power of the Dark Lord rises, and he calls upon you to join his forces.
And he has called upon me to make a lovely entry diorama for Barad-dur. That's right, I've been recruited by the Dark Lord and joined the forces of Mordor, and I am in charge of their recruitment efforts. Come join the Dark Lord.
Come join the Dark Lord.
I should probably say with a smile, a bit more welcome. Yeah. With the blocking of Mount Doom in place, it's time to pay a little bit of attention to the rest of the board. Barad-dur, the tower of the Dark Lord himself, looks a little flat just sitting on the ground, so I thought I'd build up the ground around it, and also that would allow me to sort of shape the moat that I'll be able to add some lava effects to later. Now, most of the plains of Mordor are pretty flat, but I do think it'll be good to add a little bit of visual interest. I have these awesome rock molds from Woodland Scenics that filled with lightweight hydrocoal plaster and a couple of spoons of concrete coloring mix, I can get this really cool rocky texture, and I can demold them every couple of hours. So I've easily filled a whole box of this awesome rocky texture stuff that looks perfect for Mordor. And now we need to think about the rest of it, and there's quite a bit to do. There's also a big road that comes from Barad-dur's giant iron gate and goes up to and then circles around Mount Doom until we have an entryway, which is the gate or doorway into Mount Doom. That feels about the right height, directly opposite the iron bridge. So we're gonna have a few like settlements. These like flexible light things will make awesome lava flows. So we can have them spread around the board, and they're just gonna make the whole thing just, it's gonna look so good. The lava isn't complete without smoke. Now, this is proof of concept at this point, but using garden irrigation and a smoke machine, in theory, we can feed smoke. Look at that! The whole board is gonna come to life. And then there's the task of covering, texturing the whole board. Fortunately, Mordor has allies dug up fresh and ready to work. Ain't that right, Murray? All right, let's go. It's the Mordor recruitment video, take 17. Do you ever wake up and wonder, how can I serve the Dark Lord today? I know I do. Well, fortunately, with this video sponsor, Lord of the Rings Rise to War, you can serve the Dark Lord like never before. Lord of the Rings Rise to War is a strategy mobile game that has just launched and you definitely don't want to miss out on. You can choose from 10 factions, select your favorite commanders, and lead your own armies to expand your territory. And now you can play the game with people all around the world. And the destiny of Middle-earth is in your hands, literally, because it's a mobile game. The One Ring has resurfaced in the deserted castle of Dol Guldur. It bestows unrivaled power to dominate Middle-earth on its bearer, luring people from all factions into a great war. You can attempt to conquer with your chosen faction: Gondor, Rohan, Lothlorien, Erebor, Isengard, Angmar, Rhûn, or Mordor, the best faction. And you can enjoy it for free right now with a link in the description. Go download Lord of the Rings Rise to War. Huge thank you to Lord of the Rings Rise to War for sponsoring this video, and a huge thank you to the Dark Lord for giving me this great opportunity to recruit more for his army. So excited. All right, it's time to hand it over to my buddy over in Isengard to get Barad-dur painted.
Daruda Barad-dur. Dida. Ha! Ha ha ha! Oh.
I've just sprayed this. It's also been done in greys, but I've also done a bit of red bounce light from the lava, give it a bit of that moody presence. And also I've done a bit of a a bluey green, sort of metallic, dirty look on it. I think it should just look really cool. So I'm just gonna highlight it and make it look like that rusty, nasty metal. I'm trying to get this really weathered appearance. And by just stippling it in certain areas rather than dry brushing over the entire thing, you get that sort of random reflective nature that metal has. So fingers crossed, this will look really good.
How's progress, Murray? Dark Lord is gonna love that. Amazing. Did you wipe off the marker? Guard?
Yeah, sensitive skin is really irritating. But I wanted to talk to you about that. It's a lot of work. It's not gonna get done.
I can't understand you, Murray. Do you want to speak up a bit clearer? You're an orc.
Alright,
We'll have to get some help on this one. And I have a plan.
I headed out to the mystical glades of Lothlorien, where I knew there was a talented magician of craft, and I used the method that the Dark Lord himself did to control someone to help me out. Offered a ring of power. She's going to help build Mordor whether she likes it or not.
So you wanted me to help you with something?
Yeah, we've got a craft project. Can you just put the ring on? Yeah. So what do you think? Do you want
Sure, yeah, I can help. Yeah.
Worked.
So I've just done all of the hot wire cutting onto the board, and I'm not gonna lie, it was actually a lot of fun. I probably got a bit too carried away, but I'm really glad that Jazza gave me the opportunity to use it because I actually kind of went ham. I'm just going around and turning on all of the LEDs, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, I'm actually pretty stoked. The color looks amazing, so it's gonna look great.
So we're going to cover all this with sculpt mold. It'll be our nice foundation, and then we'll have all our little towns and furnaces and war forges strewn across the plains of Gorgoth.
We've got all the spaces where all of our LEDs will go as well, so we're gonna cover that too, just to make sure that everything is stuck and well glued down. It'll dry for the 2 days over the weekend, and we will come back on Monday and we'll see where we're at.
Hexton Hills have some really cool tileable towns and small encampments, which would be perfect for the plains of Gorgoth. So we printed out some of these and I set to painting them, adding a small hole in some of them for our smoke effects.
How's progress?
Okay, I've gotten all the smoke pipes installed. You wanted it. It's here. It's happened.
All of the LEDs are also in.
Oh, sick! This is gonna look so good. And I have an idea. Okay. Picture this: inside Mount Doom, lava, bridge, the whole ledge, and Sauron, like with the ring.
You want to do?
Yeah, we could do like a diorama inside the diorama.
We need more hands, more help.
Don't worry, I know we can get more help.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Oh.
With haste being of utmost importance, I headed out to Rohan and found a Rohirrim horse lord whose reputation certainly preceded him, but whose spirit would be weak against the powers of the persuasive ring of power that I offered him, which would fool him into serving the Dark One.
What do you say, Dave? Do you want to give us maybe just put that on? Just put it on.
Oh, yep.
Yep. And can you give us a hand?
Yes, I can. Yeah. It's easy. It's my job. So, the rings.
Yeah,
He gave you one too?
Yeah, he gave me one too.
My one didn't fit at all. He's been completely weird about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he could just ask for our help, really.
Is he going up right now?
I think.
He keeps getting me to paint my face with this bloody white paint, and he keeps wanting me to grunt.
He keeps making me wear the horse head. There's something wrong with him.
So, Jazz's strange obsession with rings aside, I was just really happy to help with this project. It looks like a cool one, and I get the awesome task of building the inside of the volcano. In many ways, this is the most important scene in all of Lord of the Rings, so I'm super pumped to bring this place to life. The chamber where the ring was forged and ultimately destroyed. This is going to be fun. I made sure to watch the final scenes of Lord of the Rings a few times to get this right, and I noticed that in the chamber that I hollowed out with a foam cutter, there's actually a long bridge in the style of the Mordor buildings. I built this with some plasticard pieces, gluing it together, and joined it to a jutting outcrop of foam that would serve as the rocks. And next it was time to line the inside to hide that foam and create a good rocky texture.
Wow, that's looking really cool, man. You know what's going to look even cooler? I 3D printed a tiny Sauron so we can put him in his dominion,
in Mount
reigning
Doom.
in Mount Doom. Could you paint him up just in time for the deadline so that the Dark Lord will be pleased? Thank you.
Sure. Yep.
Hey man, what are you up to? What are you sneakily doing around here?
I printed a hobbit. Because you know how Jazza gave me that like Dark Lord miniature?
Yeah.
We've seen the movies, man. Like, it's got to be a hobbit in Mount Doom throwing the ring in the fire.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yes, Samwise. Ah, my secret centerpiece. I was really excited to paint this tiny model, and the advantages to extremely small hobbit painting is it's really easy. I laid down a couple of base coats and then just used washes to pick out the detail. Really simple painting at this tiny scale. Maybe this hobbit can throw the ring in the lava and kind of get rid of this crazy ring of power thing Jazza's got going on here.
How goes a diorama for my visitor center?
Yes, Dark Lord, it's all coming together. We expect once we conquer Gondor, tourism will increase tenfold. And we have a great diorama for the entry of the visitor center. It's going to be marvelous. It will be ready soon. It will be done soon, then they'll see. It will.
How long's he been like this?
Hours.
Should we tell someone?
I just know that we've got heaps of work to do and he won't let us near the table until he's stopped communing.
After communing with the Dark Lord and receiving my final instructions, it was time to bring all the pieces that we'd been working on together into this amazing board display. These are some of my favourite kinds of hobby, craft and creative projects, these table boards and scenery builds, because it really doesn't take a lot of skill or even time to make large and extremely impressive and intricate and fun builds. And these little extra touches of the lava flows and the smoke, which will hopefully work, it's just so exciting and gratifying. And even though their affection for the Dark Lord is somewhat lacking, I am really grateful that the whole team is jumping in to help out with this. Although come to think of it, I haven't seen him for about an hour. Where is everyone?
Alright. I've messaged him. He'll be here soon.
Hey, you guys want to speak to me? What's
Yes.
going on? Hang on, I see what's going on here.
You do?
Good. You have a problem with my introversion?
No. Ever since you got this app, this Lord of the Rings.
Rise to War.
Yeah. That one.
Greatest mobile game of all time.
You've been insufferable.
It's more the sort of Dark Lord
All
thing.
of the realms are here. You can be Isengard, Gondor, you can be Rohan, you can be a horse.
I don't want to be a horse.
Alright, fine. I'll tone it down. Take my cape off, but I'm keeping the game.
So, that's done. It's over.
Ah, thank goodness.
No, leave it up. Leave it up. Because we'll need it when he has his next thing next week. Yeah, you're right.
Alright, now we're in the home stretch. Whether or not the team is motivated to make the Dark Lord happy, I know we're all motivated to make this the coolest board we possibly can. And these final touches of the glowing reds and oranges on the mountains, really making the punch of these lava flows stand out. And finally adding some of these effects in. The details of the door and gateway, the lighting of the inside of Mount Doom, airbrushed and then underlit with lighting we embed in the table, and resin poured mixed with alcohol ink through all areas of lit lava. This is going to be the coolest volcanic board anyone could dream of. And now that the board is wrapped up and we've put in the final details, it's finally time to share with you our depiction of Mordor as created by Tolkien. But you know what? Rather than any ostentatious music or voiceover, I think our board can speak for itself. Welcome to Mordor. This has truly been a journey, there and back again, to Mount Doom and Barad-dur. It's been really fun to follow those prompts from the original Lord of the Rings text, including some things like those little towns and villages and the fissures with the smoke coming out. We got to muck around with lava effects and all sorts of really cool stuff. And by the way, if anyone's interested where we got this giant Barad-dur tower, we 3D printed it in a few parts, and I'll link in the description to where we got the file from. So if you're interested, you can make your own giant ode to the Dark Lord. And I reckon the Dark Lord's gonna be pretty chuffed, not only with the tower, but with Mount Doom, and through the cracks of doom, Sauron standing on... That's a hobbit.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Who put a hobbit? Did you put a hobbit in there?
Dave did.
It's not funny, man.
It's great.
It could be great.
Yeah.
Put a hobbit in Mount Doom, Dave.
Yeah?
I was really looking forward to having an ode to Sauron in Mount Doom. And I'm not mad, but I'm just disappointed.
Do you think we took it too far, losing the Dark Lord and the Hobbit thing?
Yeah, a little bit. He looked really bummed. Do you want to get the costumes and...
Yeah, I'll go get his cape.
Cool. Let's do some cosplay.
We'll cheer him up.
Ah, it's Ruan here. Oh, it's the Dark Lord.
Oh, Mr. Cape Master.
What are you guys doing?
We thought you'd been down the dumps and, Dark Lord, Rohan, elf action.
You guys are wearing costumes.
Do you want to come up with us?
Yeah? You want to battle?
You guys are the best! I'm Mordor!
Rohan! Hey, you can't be a Rohan horse lord without a horse.
No, not again.
Just look at him having fun. This was a great project, but it was also really, really fun to film all these stupid skits. And if that tickled you, because it certainly tickled us a little bit too much, go check out the vlog over on the vlog channel. You can see the card right here, maybe, probably. And go subscribe to Jazza Studios while you're there. Also, huge thank you to Lord of the Rings Rise of Wars for sponsoring this video, because we really got to express ourselves, both creatively and stupidly. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I'm off to serve the Dark Lord.